sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a impromptu stream on Elite FPL and the fantasy football call-in. Hope you guys are all doing good, and kindly got this these new earphones in at the moment. I'm getting used to them. My voice sounds weird. How's it going, Dereco? How's it going, Davey P? How's it going, Yav? Faraz 2K20, Colin the Moonwalker's there as well. One Rovers of Vlogs in chat, Vanessa, Marek, Sultan Saeed, Bilal, Davey P, Cameron Rawcliffe, nice to see you back in the chat as well. Manchester Reds, a lot of the usual faces, usual suspects in chat. Hello Huncho, hello Chelsea Flyer. So it's the international break. I had an hour spare, so I just thought, why not just hit the stream button. I was going to do a members stream, but Steve-O beat me to it. And if you haven't already listened to it, if you're a member and you haven't listened to that member stream, it's highly worth the listen. I'm going to take one of them out, actually. So yeah, the point of the stream tonight is we're going to go through some of the mini leagues that we're in. Obviously, we've got quite a few community leagues set up now, thanks to moderators such as Phil, Daily Llama, and it's it's exciting times ahead. There's a very exciting announcement in the next few weeks that some of you may or may not have seen the post on Discord, but there's going to be a Champions League format tournament that looks to be quite exciting. We've already been getting quite a lot of interest in it. Can't reveal too much at the moment because we're finalizing the seeds that are going to be spearheading the groups going into it. So all I'm going to say is there's a few content creators in this tournament. It's going to be quite a prestigious tournament to win. With some of the faces that I've seen in it, it looks quite impressive. Me and Steve-O are doing okay in the doubles league. If any of you guys want to come onto Discord, get yourself in the waiting room. I want to talk to you. If you have something that you want to get off your chest, you want to want to have a genuine conversation, get yourself in the waiting room. I just want to say that on the lines of Cameron Rawcliffe, we're going to go through the community league now. So this is the free to play community league that we have on Elite FPL, which the code is shown on the screen below, bottom left. Hey Llama, how you doing? Hey Robert Dinsmore. We've again, Llama. I hope you've watched that stream that Steve did earlier on. It had me. Wow, it was amazing. So we get the codes at the bottom. Is it abdkzz or something like that? Anyway, I digress. Let's go into it. So this league is showing how crazy some of our viewers are at this game. Geordie Christ is still sitting atop of the members. Of the Elite FPL Community League. His team, All Hail King Kane, 771 points. Overall rank of 819 in the world. He's he had Tammy Abraham up front, played captain on him. He had Pope in goal, Tomori, Martial, but the rest of his team really didn't do much. Obviously Scienchu as well, but a very respectable score for him. The community league is actually ridiculous. And Cameron Rawcliffe, if you're still there, I had no idea that you're this high up. 6th place in the community league. That's ridiculous. That's ahead of Marlon Moore. That's ahead of Show Me the Mane. I need to get a drink. 1 second. It's the beauty of doing it live. I've got a real tickle in my throat. I hope I'm not going to get a cold. So yeah, let's just bring up Cameron Rawcliffe's team. Absolutely storming it, Cameron. 83 points, -4, 79. Overall rank is in the top 2,500 out of over 7 million players. You must be absolutely just mind blown at how well you're doing. Captain Vardy had Rashford in your team as well. Could have had a hat trick, Rashford, at the weekend. Maddison in your team with 9 points. Tomori again. Chilwell, Mane there, and your team is looking really good going forward. Only had one City player in your team in De Bruyne, and we're starting to see a lot of the same players in a lot of the cash leagues, or in a lot of the leagues that we're in. If you got any questions in chat, guys, I'm going to do my best to read out some of the questions in chat as well. We're just going to have a pretty impromptu stream. This is completely unarranged. I literally just thought last second, let's just hit the stream button, see how many people should turn up, and let's have a little bit of a chat, because it's boring. The international break's boring. There's not much going on at the moment. Members of Discord will soon enough know we are clambering to sew up some remaining seeds, and new members can fill up the rest of the slots. Daily Llama in chat, they're talking about the Champions League format league that is going to be announced very soon. If you don't have Vardy still, would you get him? Chelsea Flyer, with the fixtures coming up for Jamie Vardy, I think it's a very, very good option to get in. If you've got Aguero up front, if you've got Callum Wilson up front, I would argue that better option is with Vardy. And you know, I think it's going to be so highly owned now. What's the ownership on him now? So 34.4. That's going to go up. His price is going to go up. He'll be at 10 million. He'll be in 10 million not long after the international break. I can see him going up to 10. The fixtures are too good for him. I mean, look at the fixtures for Vardy. I mean, Brighton away, Everton at home, Watford at home, Aston Villa away, Norwich at home in the next 5 fixtures. I mean, I can see point holes. I really can. Do you think I should keep Rashford or get Jimenez, Jason? If you've got Rashford in now, I think it's not a bad bet keeping Rashford, to be honest with you. Sheffield United away, I can see United scored in that game. Maybe not many goals, but I can see him scoring. Aston Villa at home, I definitely think that United can do well, and I think Rashford could possibly get two returns in that game. Tottenham at home, I don't think that's going to be a hard game. I think Tottenham's defence are leaky, and United could get goals there. I mean, he's a great asset to own. The fixtures for United are pretty decent, barring that Man City away game in Gameweek 16. I think it's a strong word calling a player essential, but I think Jamie Vardy at the moment, purely with the form he's on, the fact that his conversion chance is ridiculous, and the fixtures, it kind of all points in the same sort of conclusion that a lot of FPL managers are judging, and are clambering to get him into their teams. Good day from Australia. Good day, Matt Doherty. How you doing? And hopefully we can get some callers on tonight. If you've got anything to say to me, get in the waiting room and we can have a little chat about your team and how you're getting on. So we'll go through the cash leagues again. We'll go through the. First of all, we'll continue going through the community league. So second place in the community league is a guy called Nell Daniels. Nell Daniels. I don't recognise that name. I haven't seen Nell in the chat. May have a different username on YouTube, of course. But they're currently just outside the 1,287. 80 points, very, very good game week. He's got the same front three as me. He's got the VAJ, he's got the Vardy, Abraham, and Jimenez. And I can see a lot of teams coming into, changing into this template really with these front three players. I think these front three players right here, what you see now, offer the best value for money, and dare I say it, the best points per million. What's your thoughts on my transfers? Says Manchester Reds. Pookie and Sterling out for Aubameyang and Sigurdsson. Aubameyang is kind of not really doing it for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. I don't know. I don't know if I think you can do better with that money. If you're going to get rid of Sterling and Pookie, I would look to be getting one of these 3 strikers in. If you don't own one of these 3, I think that Sterling could be gone to Maddison, and then your striker slot, Pookie could go up to a Jimenez or a Vardy if you haven't got him already. The thing is, obviously, the longer you wait, the more price rises. Well, I'm going to say that you should wait. It's the international break, guys. You should wait. Hit the like button if you like the content, and if you're around here, if you're new around here, smash the subscription button. Ian Anderson's doing the admin from the chat. I like it, Ian. I've got a bingo machine, and I promise not to wait. Dude, literally, I can't wait to get you on the stream, Llama, with your bingo machine, so we can kind of draw some of these teams. That'd be pretty awesome. Anish is in chat asking Sterling and Connolly to Maddison and Vardy. That is a great. I like that move. I really do. I assume Anish, you've got KDB already, haven't you? I think you can afford to stick with just KDB in your team. Some people are even getting rid of KDB at the moment, which is pretty crazy. Again, though, it all depends on how you look at it, because some people don't want to kind of transfer in the bandwagons, but I disagree. I don't think Vardy's a bandwagon. I think Vardy is a very logical pick going forward. Just close that down. There we go. Right. So let's go into third spot of the Community League, and that is Gunners FC, South African team. I don't know how to say her name. Bala Abbas, with 89, -4, 85 points overall. Vardy captain again. Jimenez. See, we're seeing the same. These are the successful teams here, guys, right? Don't just take my word for it. Right? These are players that are flying high in the top, well within the top 1 percentile of the game right at the moment. I mean, they are literally loitering around the top 1,000 mark. They've got the similar players in. They've got Vardy, Jimenez, Abraham, Maddison. He's got Pulisic in. He's stuck with Mane. I mean, this is the perfect team right here. Chilwell, Robertson, Lundstrom, De Bruyne. This is literally a beautiful team. Mason Mount on the bench. Rico on the bench. I mean, Pope getting 9 points is jammy, but I genuinely think that we're going to see a lot of teams that are looking like this right here coming out of the international break. I think this is going to be the team that you see all the time on the call-ins. We're going to have this team. I've gone triple Leicester, Chelsea, and Liverpool, says Ian Anderson. That's three teams that are very highly attacking. If you've got fullbacks for Liverpool, they're attacking. You've got fullbacks for Leicester, they're attacking. Chelsea, I mean, they've just got young talent that are really good price points. So, I mean, Mount, Pulisic, Tammy Abraham, just so good to ignore. It's too good to ignore, really, at their price points. You're waiting for a poor week from Leicester, Liverpool, and Chelsea. I mean, they're just ticking along. They've got the form and they've got the fixtures. And Leicester's fixtures were quite awkward at the start of the season. They've really kind of gone through them without any problems, really. So maybe they might drop some points, but you don't want to miss out. It's that fear of missing out. First time watching Pulisic, says Manchester Reds versus Palace, and he really reminds me of Hazard. Absolutely. He's got such a low centre of gravity, and he's able to weave in and out. Like, he's a very talented player, and I'm really jealous I don't have him on my team. If I didn't have Hudson-Odoi, I probably would have gone with Pulisic instead of Martial. That transfer I made. But anyway, good evening, FPL Tips. How you doing, buddy? I have one free transfer. I wish I had two, says Zapped in chat. Man, I wish I had another free transfer. Like, literally, I would get Hudson-Odoi out of my team in an instant. Basically, he's just wasting my team, wasting in my bench at the moment. Ian Anderson says, should I be worried about Man City versus Chelsea with no Man City players? Again, it all depends. I mean, how much you rate Man City assets. I mean, you look at Sterling, you look at KDB. That's a lot of money tied up in your midfield. If you've got Aguero, it's a lot of money tied up in your attack. And to keep going on like a broken record, you can spread that money out a lot more by moving on to Chelsea and Leicester assets. And even Man United, dare I say, even Man United is an option now with the fixtures they've got, and with Rashford and obviously Martial being in that team as well. I think it offers Martial more creative space to do things, having Martial up front. I feel City won't do anything against Chelsea. I mean, I think there'll be goals in that game. I think the two teams, I'm looking forward to that game because City's defence is weak and Chelsea's attack is potent. And I think that Chelsea's defence isn't very good, so I can see there being quite a few goals in that game. I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a 3-2 win to either team. It's hard to predict at the moment. I'll look at it closer to the time. Ship Sterling for Jimenez and Trent Alexander-Arnold, says Louis Parker. I mean, Louis, though, again, City aren't looking that great, but Sterling can easily punish you. I think in terms of value, like I keep saying, I think you've got more value in who are you taking out for Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's a question, really. VAR over Vaj. City will show their class against Chelsea. Tahir, I mean, I'm waiting to see this City. I think that there will be a game where City will literally dominate and score 3 or 4 goals. I do not doubt that. But obviously, there's a big shock. I'll say it was a big shock. I mean, let's be honest. City didn't play to their best ability against Liverpool, but Liverpool played really, really well. I think if City are on form, they can beat anybody on their day. I think they got a bit intimidated before the game, and they kind of lost their way in the game, and Liverpool just outplayed them in every avenue. Holding my transfer, being patient, says, hang on, I've just missed your comment. I'm going to go back to it now. Holding my transfer says, Chelsea flyer, being patient for 1 more week, then big transfer after like a -12. Wow. Chelsea flyer, -12, dude. That's pretty drastic. Chelsea flyer there with a mini wildcard. Who does everyone think the next bandwagon will be in the upcoming weeks? Well, obviously it's international break now. I think the biggest ones to own, the biggest transfers are going to be Robertson. I know he's kind of flagged, but that's not really a flag in my opinion. I think he'll be okay. And obviously Havardi, Jimenez as well, I think is going to be another one. I think I mean, Mane, if you haven't got Mane already, that's someone that I think people will be flocking to if they own Salah. Is Schmeichel an option? Absolutely is Schmeichel an option. Yav, absolutely. Ward-Prowse. Is 2 of the VAJ attackers a must-own? I would say that if you're trying to stay competitive, Louis, that you're probably going to have at least 2 of the 3 of those in your team. If you've got the likes of Aubameyang, Aguero, or Harry Kane, dare I say, in your team alongside them, I just think that just getting in that extra one just offers that money that can be spread out in other elements of your team. I mean, again, it's value for money. Keep talking about it. Is Bilal, Danny Ings is a good differential, yeah. He's a goal scorer, but he's a differential player, of course. But is he going to be able to keep up with the likes of Vardy, Jimenez, Abraham, Rashford? Is he going to be able to keep up with them? That's a question that you have to ask yourself. Jordan, I think from what I saw of the game, obviously I didn't watch it live, but I watched the highlights, and from what I saw in the highlights, Liverpool they did take their chances, but they did play well. They rolled up City, and City, I mean, they obviously weren't expecting that kind of performance from Liverpool. Jimenez seems to get 9 points for every goal. Says Alpine FPL, man. Alpine, we finally meet you. I don't know if I've read your name out, but Alpine FPL. I believe it's the same Alpine in chat. Actually won from Tap Sports. Won the £100 Elite FPL bonus. And not deferred it, but it is you, Alpine, man. That's just, I mean, I don't know why, but it's very generous. It's very generous of you. You were entitled to that money, man. But if the fact that you want to help us is very, very, very well, just very much appreciated. To be honest with you, it'd be great to get you on the show at some point, Alpine. If you're free to talk and come onto Discord, that'd be great. Is McGinn a good option? Marco Hodzic. McGinn is a great player. I mean, he's a good player. He's a technical player. He's just playing for a really poor team. If he's, I think again, with that money you save up front, you can upgrade your midfielders to the likes of Pulisic, Maddison, Mount, Martial. That sort of money, that sort of price point is what I consider a great value for money midfield. Rashford works well when Martial seems... Yeah, exactly, Tahir. He does. He works well when Martial's playing on the field. He seems as though when Martial's fit... Well, I think Rashford likes playing out on the wide left. He really thrives on coming in from the wide left, getting onto his right foot. I don't know if he's worth. I think Jimenez and Rashford are both very decent assets, Tahir. That'd be really good if you could, Alpine. It'd be great to get you on the show, dude. We speak to a lot of people here, and we always like to get new people on. Is Traore an option? Says VAR. I mean, he's getting point returns, and he's playing quite attacking. He's an option, but then there's options that are slightly better. I mean, again, it depends on your situation and how much money you've got. No worries, Uncle GC. But you can't deny someone that's getting points, on a regular basis. But again, I don't know. I think there's better options. I have 2.8 in the bank. Who should I upgrade, Hudson or Doi to? Martial or Pulisic? How many Chelsea players have you got in your team, and how many Man United players have you got in your team? I think Pulisic is a better FPL asset, but if you've got Abraham and Mount, then you could probably go Martial, like I did. But if you have only got, say, Abraham and no other Chelsea asset, then Pulisic I would go with. I have the same problem as you. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robbo, Lundstram, Sointu, but only 3 at the back. What should I do? Bench the player that you think's not going to get the most points, basically. It's a really tough one. I wouldn't be benching Robbo or Trent Alexander-Arnold, so it's between Lundstram and Sointu, basically. Lundstram, I would play Lundstram over Sointu normally, but it's hard. It's really hard. Tomori is a good pick, PLL. I was looking at Tomori, but again, we've been blessed this season with the budget defenders, and with that kind of mid-tier midfielders. We really have been. We'll go down to 3rd place in the community league. We'll get through these players, guys, because these guys deserve to be mentioned. So 4th place in the community league is a team called Penalty Firmino. He's got Henderson in goal. Obviously, he's going to have a bit of an issue next week, so he's probably going to make a sub for his goalkeeper. He's going to probably transfer his goalkeeper, or I can't see him just not playing anyone. He's again. Look, we're starting to see a pattern, guys. What is attack? Vardy, Jimenez, Abraham. Same attackers. We're seeing, okay, he's got Salah instead of Mane, but he's still got Mount, he's still got Maddison, he's still got De Bruyne. Players that we're seeing quite a lot of. He's got Sointu, Mendy on the bench. Well, interesting. He's probably going to sort out Mendy as well. He's got a couple. I wonder if he's probably hasn't only got one transfer, so he's probably going to have to keep hold of Mendy and sort out the Henderson issue. Thank you, Bilal. That's very kind of you. And to put onto that point, I really haven't said much in terms of on the stream, but we hit 3,000, guys. We hit the 3,000 mark. Oh, we ain't got a border. Where's the border gone? I don't know. But yeah, it seemed like it took ages to go from like 2,900. I agree with Steve-O in his solo pod. We kind of stayed around the 2,950 mark for ages, and I was just thinking, whoa, will we ever get to 3,000? But we actually got to 3,000 yesterday, and it's just a number, guys. It's a number, but it's a nice number to be at. And I look forward to the 5,000. I look forward to the 10,000. This time last year, it was just me, Steve-O, and Dan, literally just talking to nobody or one or two people, and we were posting it on Facebook. The only reason we ever came onto YouTube is because we wanted a way to upload videos quicker and post them on Facebook, because we were using the Facebook uploader thing. It took forever, and we were using Zoom as well, which was rubbish. It took I think Dan was uploading them at that point, and it took 16 hours to upload. We're still growing. Yeah, I mean, this time next year, who knows? Who knows where we'll be at? Manchester Red says, Jason, honest opinion, do you think the Cash League is so close as we all have very similar teams, and to win it, we will need to start taking so-called risks with our teams? Manchester Reds, I honestly think it's going to come down to the captain picks. I really do. The captain picks are more important than ever now. You can only pick one captain. You can have the same 11 as your opponent, but you can only pick one captain. And if you pick that Jimenez captain, and he scores a brace, or he gets a brace and assist, and everyone else is captain Vardy or Abraham, or probably going to be Vardy, let's be honest with you, and he only gets one goal or maybe only an assist, that's where you start gaining. That's where you start making the gains. I mean, some people will be captain Mane. I just think that, yeah, it comes down to you. You've got to be consistent with your captain returns. It's so important. Vanessa in chat says, with Sheffield's fixtures, do you think that you'll be benching Soyuncu? Let's bring my team up very quickly. My team, I think I set my team up already. I've benched Lundstrom. I'm really sorry, but I did bench Lundstrom. I still got Ramsdale in goal. Wouldn't it be great? I got Jimenez versus Ramsdale. I'm hoping for save masterclass from Ramsdale. He seems to be really good at getting those save points. Benching Lundstrom is never nice, especially after seeing that point haul a couple of weeks back. I just think that Brighton. Can I see Brighton scoring against? It's the home fixture, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking that this is a toss of the coin for me, guys. Honestly, this is a toss of the coin. I can't really make my mind up. Do I play Lundstrom or do I play Sancho? Do you know what the irony is? I'm probably going to end up. I say probably, but I think Robertson will be fine. I think Jimenez is fine. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't play. I don't think I'm going to need to rely on my first sub. I don't know. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until closer to the. I'm going to wait till like the couple of days before, and then I'll make a decision. You like a toss of a coin? I mean, I'm not impartial to that. Drop Mason Mount for Lundstrom. Oh man, I can't do that. I watched Mason Mount. Mason Mount is like, he's been unlucky, dude. He's been unlucky not to get point returns. He's at post. He's at the bar. He is a quality player. He's playing in a quality Chelsea team. I can't bench him, though. I can't bench him. No way, Shano. Don't bench Soyuncu, as many have learnt from the last 2 weeks, including myself. I think I'm going to probably go with this team that you see on screen, to be honest with you. I don't think there's going to be any difference there. He is unlucky. He is, but that luck's going to start coming back. That's it's just, I watch the games. I see him back on either. I watch him live or I see him back on replays, and he just looks so good. Would I sell Sterling for Martial? Fuad? I mean, there's a lot of people that's offloading on Man City. Okay, there's a lot of people that's offloading on Man City, but let's be honest. It all depends on how you look at it. You can either look at it in terms of freeing up money, or you can look at it as being a differential. There's going to be a game that Man City absolutely slaughter their opponent. Will that be Chelsea? I don't know. There's a chance, because Chelsea's defending has been pretty bad. Okay, last couple of weeks, I mean, they've shored up a little bit, but I still think that Sterling will come good. I think that I agree with exactly what Faggy says in chat. I don't think you need to just get rid of all your Man City players just because they lost against Liverpool and Sterling's been blanking. I think that there's going to be a game that Sterling explodes. I think there's potential for Sterling to explode and get massive point haul, double digit haul, and you want to be there. You want to be there when you get it. So unless you've got problems in your team, or unless you just want to just go to the template, I wouldn't get rid of Sterling. I think that if I own Sterling, it was only last week, before I did my moves that I've done, before I did my Aguero move to Jimenez, and before I did my move out to Trent Alexander-Arnold, Rico to Trent Alexander-Arnold, before I did those moves, I was genuinely wanting to bring Sterling in. Before that Man City Liverpool game, well, Liverpool Man City game, I should say, I was genuinely wanting to bring Sterling in my team. So I don't think he's not an option that people should be considering. I just think that, again, it comes down to the template and these amazing value for money players that we're seeing at the moment in Pulisic, Mount, Martial. We've got the attacking line, which we keep going on about. It's just a great value for money, where you can spread money around. Is Richarlison viable in midfield? He's viable. I mean, is he reliable? It's the reliability factor for me, Joseph. He's not reliable enough for me. Go through the other leagues. I'm going to keep going through them. Don't worry, I'm just stopping to talk to you guys because you guys are spending your evening talking to me, so I'm talking back to you. Let's go back into, so where did we get to? We did the top 4. I don't think we need to go too much more. Some notable mentions, like we said, Cameron Rawcliffe, 6th place, all the way down in 14th place. Show Me the Mane is all the way down in 14th. That's how good this league is. Obviously flying high currently in the cash league. And then you've got to keep going down to see some of the other notable faces. We keep going down here. Where was... Oh, there's Marlon Moore's 7th place. Marlon Moore's been in the cash league, obviously. You have to keep going quite far down to see the next notable name. But let's go through to... let's talk about the Torbay Elite. Now, Torbay Elite League, if you don't know already, this was like the cash league that from last season, which me and Steve were competing over. I'm 7th place in this league, and it's still wide open. I can still, I'm still in the running for the top place in this. I feel like I can catch those points. And Steve-O's a little bit further down. Where is Steve-O? There he is. Oh, he's 11th. He's gone up to 11th. Wow. Okay, he's catching up on me. Crap. We don't like this chat. Don't like the fact that Steve is catching up on me. Notable mentions in this is Darren Monday, top. I know that Simon Bellamy watches. He's 3rd place. He's dropped down, but he was doing really well. He was like in the top 100, top 50, I think, at the start of the season. And he panicked, and it went wrong for Simon. But I'm hoping he can keep his position. In the top 1%. We've got Dan Bull, that's currently above Steve-O. He's in 10th place in this. So Dan Bull's not far away from me. Me and him have been overtaking each other for the majority of the early season. So we'll go into the host and moderators league. So this is the Elite FPL community host and moderators league at the moment. And you can see that I'm kind of mid-table. I'm a mid-table team in this. Davey P, flying high, 711. Jesus, Davey P. Just yeah, it's not fun seeing someone with so many more points, but I think it's catchable. I think I can catch this. I can hopefully enter the top 3, maybe get some pressure on Brett Mollison in this, and close down on the first spot. Maybe just again, I have used my free hit stupidly. I've used my free hit in a moment of emotion. But again, it's all about planning and preparation. Let's see if we can do it. We've got the Elite FPL Manager of the Month Members League, and of course, this league at the moment is tied at the top between myself and obviously Gameweek's scoring started in Gameweek 11, so it's only been a couple of weeks here, and me and Andrew Gilbert are currently joint top. He's top on goals scored. So this is one of the few leagues I'm doing really well in, guys. The members league. So yeah, feel free if you want to try and test me. Feel free to join it. We've got the chat. Well, we'll talk about the Champions League again in the future. We're not going to go into that. Don't worry, Llama. Don't worry. I'm not going to bring it up. So all the other leagues, we've got the Elite Elimination League. This is interesting. I've currently not been eliminated yet. I've had some really woeful scores, but I'm sticking in it. I'm still in it. And wow, Steve-O's doing a lot better than me. Steve-O's doing better than me. I can't be doing that. I can't be seeing that, chat. But any more questions? Let's see if we've got here. Salah's not injured. I saw a picture of him in his brace. I don't know. It'd be worrying if I owned him. It really would be. But what do you guys think, chat? Do you think who's the better option going forward, Mane or Salah, or both? Mane, Salah, or both? What do you guys think? Don't worry, Llama, I'm not going to do this. Don't worry. Would you take Aubameyang or Rashford? Aubameyang or Rashford and Maddison? I would have a Rashford and Maddison over Aubameyang. Cameron, I think having that Mane pick against Crystal Palace is great. I think we just had something come through there. Give me a second. Alerts. Why did the alert not show? That was weird. I heard it. Oh, I've got it hidden. That's why. Sorry, whoever that was. Let me just load up this, and I'll be able to tell you. Mane. Right. So the chat. What are you guys saying in chat about Mane or Salah? So Sultan side Mane. A lot of you guys going with Mane. Both, says Marco. Salah 100%, says Jordan. Both. It's best I've seen Salah against Man City. I think, again, if you are getting rid of Sterling, an interesting just transfer maybe would be Salah if you've already owned Mane. Again, it's interesting. I've gone with both Robbo at the back. We've gone with both and Robbo. Oh, Shano's gone with Salah, Mane and Robbo. I mean, that's, again, we're starting to see the same sort of teams as we saw game week 1, to be honest with you. Let's put my team back up on the screen so you guys can see it. This is the 100-point scoring team game week 13, guys. You've heard it here first. You've heard it here first. 100 points. Sadio, Cameron Rawcliffe's going with Sadio, Salah, Mane and Trent Alexander-Arnold, says VAR as well. I have both for next game week, Marco says. What goalkeeper... Right, Littman's in chat saying, what goalkeeper would you bring in if you had the luxury, Jason? Any goalkeeper. Edison, probably. That's interesting because again, you'd be using your all three of your Liverpool on Trent, Robbo, Mane, Salah, one of those combinations. So I think that probably would go. I would if money wasn't an option, I'd probably go Edison only because he just pulls off crazy saves. At 4 or 5 to 5. What's Matt Ryan's fixtures like? I like Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan's a good option. Okay, the fixtures coming up for Matt Ryan are not amazing. Not gonna lie. Pope, possibly Pope. In that case, I would go Pope. Purely because I don't think Ryan's going to keep much of a clean sheet over the next 3, but what's Pope's fixtures like? Pope's better. Watford away, yes. Crystal Palace at home, yes. Then Man City, Tottenham, Newcastle. Gazaniga, really fun. I mean, I probably would go Matt Ryan. I probably would keep Matt Ryan for that price point. I like the Brighton defense. Henderson after the Wolves game, yeah, Littman, that could work. Foster for Watford. I mean, they're on the up now. TP7 says, good shout. I've got to drink some more Coke, guys. I've got this tickle in my throat. It's really not good for you drinking this stuff. A few of you guys have already mentioned that. Should get some some water like Steve-O. Rashford or Jimenez? I've seen a few people ask this, Sherlock, actually in chat. I think that it's two great options. I mean, I think consistency, I would probably argue Jimenez, but I think for potential point scoring, I possibly would go Rashford. Like, it all depends. I think Rashford could outscore Jimenez in a game week, but he's got to start taking his chances. He really has got to start. If Jimenez had the same chances per game that Rashford's had, then everyone will be bringing in Jimenez. Oh, if you've got Martial already, then bringing Jimenez in. I don't think you need to double up on Man United. Have a glass of wine. Yeah, Ben Story, have a glass of wine. What's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? Waiting for Matip return, nice and cheap. That'd be, yeah. Matip offers a great value for money into that Liverpool defense. I'm not going to lie, but it is a bit unknown when he's going to return, when he's going to be fully back. Did anyone see that interview with Klopp earlier today? And he's like, Pep. Oh, they're loving it at the moment. The rivalry is good between them. Yep. Guys, I think we may have to draw it to a close because I think my little one's just woken up and I really didn't plan to stream tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here, guys. I'm really sorry that I had to cut it short, but thanks for joining me tonight. Listen out. Well, keep an eye out for a breakfast club that Steve-O will hopefully do this week. And also, I'll look at doing an X-rated stream at some point this week as well. But yeah, enjoy the international break, guys. Enjoy it. Relax. Make logical transfers. And don't let anyone criticize you. I'm going to go. Take care.